create and manage AD groups and OUs. In this video, we're going to be creating nesting groups. We're going to delegate AD objects, and we're going to manage group membership using GPO. Right now, we're going to start with the nesting groups. Now, our group scope at the top of the chain is going to be a universal group, the middle, global group, the bottom, domain, local group. Right now I'm going to open up ADUC. Click inside of the marketing OU. Going to click GM marketing, right mouse click on it, click add to a group. Going to type in GE and check names, and we get GE Engineering. Let's click OK, and we've successfully added G Marketing to the GE Engineering group. Now let's verify that we indeed added G Marketing to the G Engineering group. So we're still inside of the marketing OU. Let's click on the engineering OU. Here is the G Engineering group. Let's select it, right mouse click, go down to properties, click on members, and there you have it. G Marketing is a member of G Engineering group. So now that G Marketing group is now nested inside of GE Engineering group, this means that any permissions that you assign to G Engineering group will automatically be applied to the G Marketing group unless it's explicitly denied. Let's go ahead and click OK to get out of this. Task 2, convert group types and group scopes. You define the scope of a group when you're creating it. Some of the key highlights for converting group types and group scopes can be found just by using a search engine. Right now we're going to convert group types and scopes. So let's go back to Active Directory users and computers, ADUC. We're going to click on users. We're going to create a universal group named PLAB users. Right mouse click, new, group. Select the universal radio button. Click OK. Now we're going to select PLAB users, right mouse click, and go down to properties. We're going to select global in the group scope dialog box. Click apply. We could convert the group from a security group to a distribution group by hitting the radio button and clicking apply. Right now we're getting the warning message that you are converting a security group to a distribution group. If this group is used to grant or deny permissions on network resources, members of this group may lose access or gain undesired access. Are you sure you want to continue? We'll click yes. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And the user container now lists PLAB users as a distribution group. Exercise 2, delegate AD objects. Our first task, using Delegation Control Wizard to delegate rights. We're still working in the users area. We're going to create a new user by right mouse clicking on user, select new, and we'll go down to user. I'm going to call this guy Josh Fairbanks. His login name is going to be his first dot last name. His password is going to be password. And he doesn't need to change the password at the next login. And finish. So the next thing we're going to do is assign Josh privileges to manage passwords for users in the engineering OU. So we're going to go to the engineering OU, select it, right mouse click, and select delegate control. So the wizard comes up. It's saying this wizard helps you delegate control of Active Directory objects. You can grant users permission to manage users, groups, computers, organizational units, and other objects stored in Active Directory domain services. We'll go ahead and click next. So we're going to add the user that we want. I'll go ahead and type in Josh and tab, and I should find him. Well, I'll click find him. Okay, and they found Josh Fairbanks. Click OK. Go ahead and click next. We'll go ahead and put a check mark on reset user passwords and force password change at next logon. Click next. The wizard's telling us the changes that we've made in the engineering OU, and we'll go ahead and click finish. We've moved to our Windows 8 box. We're going to download and install RSAT, that is Remote Server Administration Tool. Let's pull up a run dialog box and let's open up our intranet. Let's click on the tools page. Scroll down to Windows 8.1. The package we're looking for is 643x64. We'll click on that. Let's click on save. Let's open the folder. Let's open the software package. We'll say yes to the update. And this is the license agreement for the Microsoft Remote Server Administration Tools for Windows 8.1. And our installation is complete. We'll go ahead and close out of this. Now we're going to check to see if our installation was successful. Let's click the Start Charm. The down arrow, and we're going to scroll to see our new programs. We see Server Manager is installed. We see Administrative Tools is installed. Let's go ahead into Admin Tools. Inside of Admin Tools, as you can see, we have Active Directory users and computers. And we have Server Manager. And this is inside of our Windows 8 box. Let's click on Tools. And we have Active Directory users and computers inside of the Windows 8 box. We could easily remote manage our domain. Let's right click the Start Charm and we're gonna sign out. So we're going to verify the delegated rights to our user, Josh Fairbanks. Go ahead and log in. We'll go ahead and exit out of these. We'll agree with the BG info. Let's run ADUX MSC. That's DSA MSC. That should pull up ADUC. Perfect. ADUC is up. Let's expand the practice labs domain. We're going to go down to the engineering OU. Let's select Jan Regas. Right mouse click and select reset password. And the reset password dialog box comes in showing that the permissions that we delegated to Josh Fairbanks is indeed working. Let's go ahead and reset this guy's password to something generic. Just to prove that it will go through. And indeed, the password has been reset. We'll close this out. Right mouse click to start charm. And we're going to sign out of Josh. Exercise 3, manage group membership using GPO. Our first task is to create a GPO for restricted group membership. Let's go to Tools, Group Policy Management Snap-in. Let's go ahead and expand Practice Labs, Domains, Practice Labs, then Default Domain Policy. Right here we're getting a warning message saying you have selected a link to a group policy object GPO, except for changes to link properties. Changes you make here are global to the GPO and will impact all other locations where the GPO is linked. So we understand that. We'll go ahead and click OK. Now we're inside of the Group Policy Management Editor. We're going to go down to Group Policy Objects, expand it. We're going to select Default Domain Policy, right mouse click on it, edit. We're going to be working under Computer Configuration, Policies, Windows Settings, Security Settings, let's select Restricted Groups. Let's right mouse click and select Add Group. We're going to add the Practice Labs domain admins to this group. Let's add a user to this group. We're going to add administrator. We're also going to add our buddy Jen. Let's click OK. Didn't take that administrator, but it should take Jan here. And it did. We've added Jan. Let's click OK. Let's go ahead and close the Group Policy Management Editor. We're going to open up PowerShell and run a basic GP update for us, just to put the policy in place.